The successful raid was flashed back to the carrier task force before the first bomb falls. Tora! 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 Tiger! 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 A single remote radar station had spotted the incoming raiders, but mistook them for a flight of B-17 due in from the mainland. The B-17s arrived, and like America itself, find themselves in the middle of a war that had not yet been declared. December 7, 1941, the attack from the Japanese aircraft carriers Akagi, Kiryu, Soryu, and Zulu carriers, the Shogoku and Sweegoku, last an hour and 45 minutes. And when the first bombs began to fall, as you saw that Curtis B-40 Warhawk take off, you can imagine Army Air Corps pilots Kenneth Taylor and George Welch returning from a night on the town and refueled, reloaded, and took off to fight again. These two brave pilots are credited for downing 6 Japanese planes before their own planes were disabled. They were moving into an actual war zone. 8 B-17s actually made it to Hickam Field. Yes, ladies and gentlemen and kids, we've taken you back to that fateful morning. But it must have been life, with 183 fighters and bombers from Japan's first air fleet. The K-torpedo bombers out in front of you. High overhead, the valve iron of gunfire. What it must have been like that fateful morning of December 7th. Tora was means and what it takes to preserve the peace that we all take for granted right here in the United States of America. This is the Tora Group. Train your cameras just to the left of Show Center for an amazing sight in just a moment. B-17 Flying Fortress, aluminum overcast, owned and flown by the EAA right here. Mark Allen from Fairland, Texas. 0115 Mike Burke from Galveston, Texas. 0112 Ron Wright from Huntsville, Texas. 0113 Jim Ryan from Surfside, Texas. 0114 Dan Reedy from Fairland, Texas. The Val Live Bomber Craig Hughes from Conroe, Texas. Behind him, Bob Watt Henderson from Muskogee, Oklahoma, in the Curtis B-40 Warhawk. Along with Gordon Webb, the head of our CF Pyro team, we are Tora! Tora! Tora!
We are told that after that raid of America was at an all-time low. That attack on Pearl Harbor, the decision was to go. Some knew that they would run out of gas. But everybody went. Now, it's very appropriate that this North American twin-engine bomber, medium-range bomber with a bomb, two little raiders that are still alive today, out of 80 men. Lieutenant Colonel Richard Cole, retired, is still alive, and Staff Sergeant David Thatcher is still alive. They're at aviation gatherings. They speak a lot about the warriors. They are great individuals. Many of us have had the privilege of meeting them. Two patrol bomber, and then the J stood for the contractor, which was the predecessor of North American aviation. These airplanes faster in a dive at the beginning of the war than many of our fastest fighters. That's how far behind we were. Twin tail, North American built. They built just about 20,000 of these twin-engine bombers. Some were sent to a smoke trail. Look straight up. Navy version with a single tail that went on to fight wildfires from the air, and a company called Hawkins and Colors from Graybull, Wyoming, for many years until 18 aircraft issue shut them down. But that is the last remaining. That was actually Tanker 121 when it fought one of the most dangerous adversaries that are on Mother Nature in her forest fires. No other B-29 flying in the world today. There will be another one, as a group from Wichita is putting together and ended the war in the Pacific. I would like you, great spectators, and you know why they do it? They do it out of tribute to the men and women who built these airplanes and the men who flew them in combat that had a great success against the enemy's flight. It's called the F-4, known by Grumman as the Wildcat, as they named all of their airplanes after her that brings the gear up and down. By the way, that last turn, I'm told, 29 turns, if you don't get it into the detent, the gear hangs out a little bit and creates drag. That Craig Shelton from Oklahoma is a smooth cat, whether he's flying his wing walking. In fact, he and a guy by the name of John Thatch came up with a way in a dogfight arena to be able to get advantage on an enemy fighter. It was called the Thatch weave, and it was used successfully. It probably still is used. General Motors built 5,280 of these aircraft. A relatively low power engine started out around 1,200 horsepower and went up to just under 14 on most of them. The highest number of victories, another name you may know, Joe Foss. You remember that name? Joe Foss had 26 victories in an airplane like this one. Now, this was going to be superseded by the F-6 Hellcat. A little bit faster, more power, but that's Pearl Harbor, as we heard on December 7th of 1941, that brought us into World War II. The airplanes now inbound from the left, but wait, the Zero is on the attack from the right. Nimble, maneuverable, powerful with two 7.7 millimeter machine guns in the cockpit, foresighted for the pilot, and two 20 millimeter cannons in the wings. Right now, the B-25 Mitchell bomber, Betty's Dream, with a 275 mile an hour top speed, being chased by the Japanese Zero with its potent cannons and machine guns. The Japanese Zero, though, does have to watch out because there are a handful of 50 caliber machine guns firing back at him. He is also being chased by our top fighter for the United States Army Air Forces. Looks like the Zero has gotten in close enough to score a hit on the right engine. The B-25 continues to shoot. The current B-25 bomber, and it has chased away a B-40 Warhawk. The Japanese Zero was a surprise to American military planners. They didn't think the chances he is being chased by an aircraft that became one of the most important fighters of all of World War II. Out at it dead weight, and when Transport needed more Corsairs, Goodyear took to the sky. The Japanese Zero now jinking. He is in the sights of this much faster Corsair. We have a guns on the Bandit on this one. The Japanese Zero is out of the wooden deck aircraft carriers of the day. The Japanese Zero was a and speaking of Avenger, Danny told you, as impressive and powerful and exciting as these aircraft are, we need to understand that World War I, that ended at 19, over 15,000 were built. Our boys who flew these aircraft came from the cities, the farms, the ranches, and from every Dakota kids and women who built and flew them and fought for our freedom. They are, as I said, part of the greatest generation. They recognize their responsibility to the country and willingly sacrifice for it. We have the responsibilities as well to be active in our communities, to be intelligent about the issues facing us, and to vote responsibly, not for what might happen in 6 months, but for what might happen in our country in 6 years and in 60 years. Freedom, ladies and gentlemen, is everyone's responsibility. If I may quote former President Ronald Reagan again, freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it on to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected,
and hand it on for them to do the same, or one day we will spend our sunset years telling our children and our children's children what it was once like in the United States, where men were free. As the last of the airplanes comes through, would you join me once again in a round of applause for the pilots and the aircraft of the Texas Flying Legends Museum. And there's that Mustang. And Danny Bishop, what did the Senate War Investigating Committee say about the Mustang? The most perfectly in the war in Japan. Shorter than a football field and much faster than any previous Goodyear airship, 73 miles an hour. Wingfoot 1, much more maneuverable, replacing the old model with a tail-mounted 200 horsepower Lycoming. Get the rock and roll, which you're witnessing right now. Unlike previous blimp models, Wingfoot 1 also has the ability to take off and land vertically. It's a